And I think it has incredible promise. When I think about the children
You've met some people in Houston, and I know that
who are very interested in.
And you've had some people around the United States who are expressing interest in
Yes. One of the key individuals now that I'm talking to is Dr. Barry Stern, who was the Undersecretary of Education during first President Bush, during his tenure. And he has directed programs and was in charge of a multi-million-dollar grant to put programs like that in place. And he said that Colin Powell visited the programs when he was working with them, and that Mr. Powell said every school in America could use this kind of program. We know if they could use it in America, they could use it in every country. Not take the place of college, or like you said, or getting into higher education or into other professions, but just the idea that they would have a skill and be able to do something.
Mm-hmm.
So we are working towards those goals. Hope to accomplish that as well.
I think if we could begin with a longer-term commitment of one or two countries, if we could find partners in a couple of countries,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe even one country to start with, where we could learn about the educational system,
Mm-hmm.
and how we could fit alternative programs or some kind of teacher education
Right.
into their system, you know,
That would work.
that would be,
Yeah.
you
And-
can, you better pack your bag and go to Laos or Cambodia or Vietnam.
We're going to work towards those goals. And I did want to mention, too, I mean, I think you've covered a significant amount of information, all of which is so important about your career in education. Think about the other initiatives that we are working on now, including our online master's degree. Say a little bit about that, because I think that's going to be a very
good. I hope
important.
we can work that out. And thanks to you, we're negotiating with a particular institution in Illinois, and I hope it works out, where we can offer teachers an online master's that focuses on their children's learning,
Mhm.
so that they don't get the degree for simply taking college courses. And we can tell the school boards and the superintendents, the 260 of them that you've contacted and served, that we can have a value-added outcome for their teachers and kids, that if their teachers will take this online program,
Mhm.
it'll be based on them earning credits for the achievement and the learning of their children. And that would require a college to have action research studies, let the teachers be guided online to conduct little studies in their classroom in reading, science, math, whatever the subject is, to show gains. It doesn't have to be test scores, it could be student products. I'm focusing on learning broadly conceived. Test scores would be fine, but in certain subject areas, you want more than test scores. You want other ways to demonstrate learning as well. And that teachers would get credit and then a master's degree for their children's learning, demonstrated children's learning, and then the school boards would know when they give them a salary bump, or they say our teachers get a raise, not just because they took courses, but because their children learn more. And the foundation, the Haberman Foundation, has assured us with this master's degree that these teachers will have children who are going to learn more.
Right.
And that's an exciting, and we've negotiated now for about a year, trying
Yes,
to get
we
through the
have.
bureaucracy at the university.
Right.
And I'm hopeful that pretty soon we can start with 25 or 50 teachers in one district, start working with them online, and, you know, give them credit for what they can do with the kids.
Right. One of the things that I really like about that idea of a master's degree online and the one that we're proposing is that it's not a master's degree to move out of the classroom.
Right.
When they finish that master's degree,
Right.
they won't be certified as an administrator or but we want the star teachers to stay in those classrooms.
Right.
I think that that's going to be our target audience, teachers who are successful in the classroom
Right.
and already
Right.
have methods and can move their children into real learning and then document what they've been able to do. That way we might be able to collect even more best practices
Right,
to share with
right.
other teachers and,
Right.
and that kind of